So, did y'all see what turned out to be like a full-on brawl on the F train here in New York City? It was a group of like youngish, I thought they were initially high schoolers, but they're youngish girls who were mouthing off at this guy in an 8-ball jacket, and things got a little too rowdy, and this girl ends up hitting him with his shoe, and he smacks the piss out of her. Personally, like, I don't like to see any of these videos anymore because it's just like too much, and I feel like we're a little too, desensitized to women getting like knocked the hell out. But a lot of people were debating the fact that she was in his face, she initiated the argument, and then eventually charges were filed against her, and the charges against him were dropped. So what do you guys think about that whole situation?
I never think that it's okay for a man to hit a woman, but this woman was clearly out of line. I don't know if she was drunk. I don't know if she was feeling herself because she had a bunch of other women with her, but she was completely out of line, and that's not okay. It's that whole mob mentality. Yes, it's not cute.
I don't know, growing up as a native New Yorker, if you start with somebody on the train, be prepared to be like handled physically. And that's like growing up in the 90s, like that's what my parents used to teach me. That's why I don't stare at people too much. I don't even, I don't even like, even when it's crowded, it's like, I don't even want to go like this because I might just touch you and then you might snap on me.
To me, it's really ridiculous, and this is something that I often see with young people nowadays. It's like they just want to try everybody.
Right.
And they think it's funny, they think it's cute, they feel like ain't nobody gonna do nothing to them. Because for most women, I think the thought is, you would hope that no matter what I say or I do, this grown man who's clearly towering over me, 6'6", is not going to put his hands on me, or so you thought, until you decided to hit him with your tall Steve Madden that you were so proud of, and then he caught you. So
the sly shade about the Steve Maddens and
girl, because she was clowning him about money. I'm like, you on the train too, for one, and you talking about Steve Madden.
Barefoot,
you
with
not
your socks
balling.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, I really thought she was a high schooler when they said 21.
Ridiculous. But I will say kudos to the two men, because I'm a big, Veronica knows, I will jump in fights all the time on the train, and I gotta do better. But I'm a big proponent of people trying to stop foolishness without getting hurt if you can do it.
It's just, that's a lot to see. I'm like, I gotta leave these videos alone. Okay. So, did y'all see that Niecy Nash recently appeared in Playboy? Now, before everybody gets in their feelings, she wasn't naked, she had a bathing suit. But the pictures are not what have people talking. It's her quotes or her comments, her relationship, not necessarily advice, but what she does to keep her marriage thriving. And she wrote about this a long time ago in her book. It's called It's Hard to Fight Naked. And so Niecy Nash's way to keep her marriage alive is to, her philosophy is stomach full, penis empty. And she said in her book, which I've read, she said that, every morning she gives her husband a blowjob. Like, she calls it the alarm clock. Every morning, without fail, she's down there, slobbing the knob, and then they go on about the day. And she says that it makes her marriage just easier. That when she comes to him and asks him for things later on, he's already in a good mood, his tummy's full, so he's happy, and he just does whatever she says.
So I'm all for keeping your partner happy. I just don't know, and I hope that she's not doing this because she feels obligated to do it. Like an insecurity thing. Like, this is what I have to do to keep my man, and this is what I have to do to make him faithful because so I just really would hope that that's not the reason she's doing it. I don't know if she said that's the reason she's doing it, but I mean, whatever. That's your man.
I think my concern is she has a preteen daughter and a teenage son, and I don't know, like I wonder like how they feel because she's always talking. It's just different because it's like Niecy, so I don't.
What you saying?
I don't know, like, cause I like when I think of her, I'm like, oh, that's like someone's mom, whereas like another person, I'm just like,
You're trying to say Niecy Nash is not sexy?
It's not that. I'm not saying that she's not sexy. I'm just saying that like I just feel as though like, especially watching her on Wife Swap, it's like you're about that militant household, like I run everything, whereas like other people on reality shows, when I see them, it's like you kind of have to remember that when their kids come on set, it's like, oh yeah, they are a parent. Like
I didn't really think too much into it because I felt like if that wasn't like advice for everybody, right? It was just this is what I do, and this works for me. Now, like you said, she didn't say that I just do this because I love doing it. She didn't specify whether she does it out of some sort of insecurity. So for me, I just looked at it as kind of like, for myself, a TMI type of thing. But because you're talking to Playboy, I mean, they're going to ask you about your sex life.
So did y'all see this guy, I don't know his name, Victoria, the formerly gay guy.
Andrew Caldwell, I do believe.
Yes.
Andrew, okay, so Andrew
Executive
comes through
author.
at the Kojic convocation, and he wants to let everybody know that the Lord has delivered him from homosexuality. He doesn't like men anymore. He likes women. Women's. I mean, I'm trying to do this brother justice, y'all. Please.
Tell him, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women.
So, you know, me personally, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to touch it because I believe in God, and I'm not going to be like, well, God can't do this or whatever. It's a little, me personally, I don't believe that being gay is a sin. So I don't believe it's something you need to be delivered from.
Like you said, and I agree with you that homosexuality is not a sin. I was deeply saddened by the video just because at the end, the head pastor, he gave him $100 and then someone else put money in his hand. So I kind of felt after the fact, it's like you're kind of paying this person. I don't know, there was something that was inauthentic about the video. That's it. But I do believe in the Holy Spirit. I believe it moves. But Jesus, I'm just saying.
Okay, we ain't gonna get struck down today.
Right, I'm just saying, Jesus, I didn't feel it in my belly.
It didn't come out.
It didn't come out.
I will say that if something did seem, you know, kind of inauthentic about the video, I'm not saying that he wasn't delivered. I definitely think it's possible. I just know that at these conventions sometimes, it's a big production, it's a big to-do, it's a lot of people, and I think that emotions run high. And sometimes I don't know, just people react to that environment in different ways.
For this particular man, he was saying that he was raped when he was a young child, and so maybe he felt some type of way about his sexuality to the point that he felt like it was something that while he tried to embrace it for a while, it's something that he wanted to see if he could be delivered from. I don't question how God does things and the way that he does it, and sometimes in people's lives, hey, maybe, hey, I'm gonna take it away if you want. But I mean, as you also said, there is something inauthentic about it because of the fact that, I mean, he does have on this like ruffled yellow bow tie, and but this is a process. This is a process. So as he said, this is a process. So he's trying to be delivered more, and you know. But I feel as though, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to do something, say that you were delivered from homosexuality, I just feel like for people to take it seriously, I mean, though many people won't, just because, you know, they believe that you were born, a lot of people believe that you were born gay or whatever. Doing it in such a grand way, guess what? I'm not gay no more. Like, you know, people just go, right, I don't like men, I like women's. And, you know, people are like, really? You know, it's hard to really take it, it's really hard to take it in and be like, seriously, instead of somebody getting up and saying, like, I went through all this, I was abused. I just think that we don't know the whole story. I think that there's a lot that we don't know. And I think that a lot of people should, you know, tread lightly until everything is revealed. That's what I'm saying.
We're not gonna know that full story. Did y'all see last week's episode, season 7 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, the premiere episode? So we know all the drama that happened over the summer with Apollo being sentenced for all types of fraud. He was just stealing from everybody. And finally, the show is on, and we see all this happen. And when Apollo is sentenced, you know, Phaedra was nowhere to be found. And she finally spoke about that, basically saying, you know, y'all didn't see all that went down beforehand, so I didn't feel the need to be there. My main focus is my children, and I didn't need to be there for his sentencing. And a lot of people watched that and felt like she was being a little cold. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all know that I feel like Phaedra knew from jump what was real, what was tea. So maybe you should have been there because you knew what was what.
That's another situation where I feel like we don't know the whole story. But as a wife, you kind of sign up for better or for worse. And I can't tell her what to do, but if I were in the situation, I would have to stick by my husband. And there could, like I said, there could be more to it that we don't know that could have influenced her decision. And in that case, I'm gonna just shut up because I don't know.
I think Phaedra kind of signed out of the marriage ever since last season, because regardless of his background, Apollo's not an ugly man, and she was very, no, you can keep it 100, like, he's not an ugly man, and you're just also focused on your books, and like, I'm getting my 1,000 college degree, and like, all this stuff. It's like, that's great and dandy, but like, you could just tell, like, chemistry-wise, like, something was clearly off. So like Jasmine said, we don't know the entire story, but she checked out ever since last season, or maybe even years before that we don't know of.
It's like nobody was there. I mean, his mother and his brother were there for him, but it's like, even if me and you, if you're my husband or something, and I know that we're not gonna last, I would at least be there for you to be like, you'll figure it out. Before you go, before you check in, go ahead and sign that because I'm gonna be out. Yeah. But like I would have tried to show my support. Now I don't have to show my face. But show my support somewhere in that courtroom for real. Even if, like he said, he was saying that even if she could have been there that day, the day he was going in, like, so he could play with the kids or do something with her, to make him feel less nervous or less whatever, it would have been appreciated. So I'm not mad at her for doing it. I just know that for myself, I would feel really kind of bad in my spirit if I just left you out to dry. Like you said, we don't know the whole story.
Yeah, we don't.